Level 1, the youngin'. You're a neighborhood kid. You grew up watching the OGs post up in red bandanas outside the corner store. You see the chains, the cars, the respect. You want that. You hang on the block from 4 p.m. until midnight. You throw signs and Instagram photos. You carry a burner for an older member and answer it when it rings. You run to the deli for blunt wraps and Gatorades. You stash a small .38 under the park bench when cops cruise by slow. You are invisible. The OGs barely look at you. To them, you're free labor. Police can stop and frisk you anytime. Rivals can press you and nobody slides. You have no protection, no rank, no voice. You make nothing official. Maybe $150 a week holding tiny packs. That's $600 a month for risking 10 years. If cops find the stash in your sock, you get popped. That means juvenile detention. That means fingerprints in a database. That means a record before you're 18. You're bait. If shots ring out, you're the one left bleeding on the sidewalk. Your mom thinks you're playing ball. Your school already flagged you. You want to wear red, but red comes with blood. How do you move up? You prove you won't fold. You take a charge and keep your mouth shut. Level 2, the shooter. You're officially put on. You took the 31-second beatdown and didn't quit. Now you're stamped. You patrol your block from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. You ride in stolen Hondas scanning for rivals. You carry a Glock tucked in your waistband, safety off. You collect $300 protection from a corner trap. You dump shell casings in a storm drain after a sloppy drive-by. Young'uns answer to you now. They hold your burner. They run when you nod. But OGs still test you. If you mess up, you get DP'd in front of everyone. If you hesitate, you get replaced. Rivals actively hunt you. You are a target. You make around $800 a month moving small weight and collecting dues. You kick up $400 to your OG. The rest goes to re-up and bail funds. It sounds like money. It isn't. It disappears fast. If you miss during a drive-by and hit a civilian, it's attempted murder. That means 20 years minimum. If you get jammed and snitch, you get greenlit. That means someone from your own set catches you slipping. Permanent. Helicopters circle nightly. Your phone is hot. You sleep with sneakers on. One mistake, and you're either doing a bid or getting clipped. Respect feels real. Fear feels constant. Once you catch a body, you can't catch peace. Then one night, shots fire and you don't run. You stand your ground. The OG see it. The block sees it. Violence gets attention. Money gets promotion. This is only the beginning. Level 3, the enforcer. You don't just shoot rivals anymore. You discipline your own. You proved you won't run. Now they test how far you'll go. You handle DPs when members break rules. You collect $2,000 a week from 2 trap houses. You escort the plug during risky meets in parking lots. You move mid-level weight across 3 neighborhoods. You knock on doors at 2 a.m. when someone owes and thinks you forgot. 5 to 10 shooters answer to you. They wait for your nod. They watch your hands. OGs trust you with violence, not strategy. Police gang units know your face. Rivals know your car. You have power on the block. You have none in a courtroom. You clear $3,000 to $5,000 a month. Cash, no taxes. You kick up 40% to your lieutenant. You stash the rest in shoeboxes and air vents. It feels like real money. It vanishes fast. If you skim $1,000 from a shipment, word spreads. That means a sit-down. That means broken ribs in a garage. That means you lose rank. If you lose rank, you lose protection. Then you're food. You've caught at least 1 body, maybe more. You carry 2 burners now, 1 for business, 1 for family. Your baby mama moves out because your phone never stops buzzing. Wiretaps pick up your voice saying re-up and wait and slide. In Baltimore and New York, blood enforcers were tied to retaliation hits through intercepted calls. They thought codes were safe. They weren't. In this life, respect is rented. It's due daily. How do you move higher? You stop thinking like a shooter. You start thinking like a manager. Violence gets attention. Revenue gets promotion. Level 4, the lieutenant. You don't pull triggers anymore. You give orders. You decide who moves and who waits. You assign corners to crews every Monday night. You manage $50,000 in product flow each month. You approve green lights after heated sit-downs. You distribute bail money strategically. You meet with allied sets to split territory without starting wars. 15 to 25 members answer to you. Enforcers report numbers weekly. You answer to the OG Council. They can strip you anytime. Police label you mid-level management. That means conspiracy charges, not simple possession. You take home $12,000 to $20,000 a month. Cash stacked in vacuum-sealed bricks. You invest $5,000 into a car wash front. You kick up the rest. The higher you rise, the hotter you get. If your crew gets sloppy and the feds connect the dots, you catch RICO. That means 20 to life. That means ADX Florence. 23 hours alone. Concrete walls. No red there, just gray. You attend funerals twice a year now. Sometimes it's rivals. Sometimes it's your own. You drink heavier. You check mirrors constantly. Your kids learn not to say your name in public. Federal indictments have targeted mid-level blood lieutenants for coordinating multi-state distribution rings, wiretaps, informants, conspiracy stacks. The higher you rise, the hotter you get. Then one morning at 6 a.m., the doors explode inward. Flashbang, smoke, shouting, your name on a warrant. This isn't street pressure. This is federal. This is where power becomes exposure. Level 6, the regional boss. You oversee multiple cities. You used to watch the corner. Now you control corners you've never seen. You hold weekly conference calls on encrypted apps. You move $300,000 in product across state lines every month. You assign lieutenants to handle Atlanta, Newark, and Baltimore. You approve green lights without leaving your couch. You send bail money through 3 different fronts to keep it clean. Over 100 members answer to someone who answers to you. Your lieutenants fear disappointing you. The set leaders fear losing territory. You answer to no single OG now, but the spotlight answers to you. Federal task forces label you primary target. That means wiretaps, surveillance vans, and sealed indictments. You clear close to $500,000 a year. Cash. You stash $200,000 inside walls. You push $50,000 into legit businesses. Barbershops, trucking, nightclubs. You never touch street cash directly. You stay insulated. If one lieutenant flips, everything collapses. That means conspiracy across state lines. That means mandatory minimum stacking. That means 30 to life. If assets get seized, your accounts freeze overnight. No lawyers, no escape. You attend funerals quietly now. You don't cry publicly. You don't show weakness. You rotate safe houses every week. You sleep with a loaded AR by the bed. Power feels large. Paranoia feels larger. In Georgia, documented blood leaders face sweeping federal indictments after multi-year investigations tied coordinated operations across cities. Surveillance builds slow. Then it hits fast. Power feels heavy when everyone wants your seat. Then one morning, it happens. Level 7, the federal indictment. 6:02 a.m. Flashbangs explode through the living room window. 6:03 a.m. You grab the burner and delete threads. 6,000 to 4 a.m. The front door splinters. 6,000 to 5 a.m. You're face down, cuffed. $6,000 a.m. They read conspiracy charges spanning 12 years. You hear words like RICO, interstate trafficking, murder in aid of racketeering. They list cities you controlled. They list bodies tied to your set. They list dollar amounts, $4.8 million to first night, $4.8 million moved in 5 years. You built insulation. It didn't matter. Your lieutenants are already in vans. One is talking. You can see it in his eyes. If he cooperates, you're finished. If he stays solid, you still face decades. You call your lawyer from county lockup. Retainer was $250,000. It vanishes in 2 weeks of motions. You sit in a cold cell waiting on arraignment. No red, no status, just a number. If you fight and lose, it's 40 years federal, no parole. If you take a plea, maybe 18 to 25. Either way, you're doing a bid deep in a federal yard far from home. The organization fractures overnight. Younger sets scramble. Rivals test boundaries. Short breaths. Short future. Long sentence. The crisis isn't bullets, it's paperwork. It's sealed evidence. It's cooperating witnesses. On the street, you fear drive-bys. In court, you fear signatures. If you beat the case, you come back stronger but hotter than ever. If you lose, the throne shifts. Blood doesn't pause. It replaces. And if somehow you survive both rivals and the feds, there's only one place left. The throne. Level 8. The set leader. You beat the case or you outlasted the chaos. Either way, you're still standing. You started as a kid outside the corner store. Now entire neighborhoods move when you speak. You control territory lines drawn on mental maps. You approve $1 million a year in movement across 3 states. You assign lieutenants to oversee 200 members combined. You authorize green lights after quiet sit-downs in back rooms. You coordinate lawyers on retainer before raids even happen. Everyone answers up to you. No one questions publicly. Touching you means war with every allied set. But the feds still watch. Task forces track your associates. Informants circle. You have power in the streets. The government has power everywhere else. You personally clear around $750,000 a year. Clean through fronts. Stashed in walls. Parked in shell companies. You don't flash it. You learned that lesson early. You never touch a dollar from the corner directly. Too risky. If you misjudge loyalty, it costs everything. If a lieutenant flips, you're back in cuffs. That means another RICO, another 30 to life. If rivals find your routine, they don't warn you, they ambush. You've buried more than 10 people tied to your rise. Some rivals, some friends. Your marriage ended 3 years ago. Your son won't answer your calls. You rotate safe houses every month. Sleep comes in pieces. Power feels strong. Trust feels weak. Level 9, the crown or the cage. You are the name whispered in police briefings and street rumors. You control multiple sets across state lines. You approve million-dollar shipments without blinking. You broker alliances that stop wars before they start. You decide who gets put on and who gets cut loose. Ultimate achievement, total control, maximum exposure. You've avoided 25 years in prison so far. You've survived 2 indictments. At least 20 bodies connect indirectly to decisions you made. Your inner circle shrank to 3 men. You trust none fully. Paranoia sits heavier than your chain ever did. If the feds finalize their case, it's 40 years federal. No parole. If a rival tracks you leaving your favorite club, it's a quick clip in the parking lot. If your own lieutenant wants your seat, he sets you up at a sit-down and walks away while others handle it. You started as a kid flashing signs outside a corner store, hoping to be noticed. Now you're a headline waiting to happen. You stay at the top until the feds build the final RICO, until a rival puts a bullet in your head, or until someone from your own set decides it's time for new leadership. Prison cell. Pavement. Betrayal. You wanted to wear red. You earned it in blood and time. This is the life you chose.